One of the most popular sales techniques in B2C businesses is selling peace of mind. That feeling that you're selling so that they can just rest at ease. Let me give you a great example. I used to work for a really popular generator manufacturer. Now, generators are only needed when the power goes out. Power only goes out when storms come in the winter, hurricanes come in Florida, and it's this thing that maybe happens 1 in 5 years if you're lucky, or maybe 1 in 10, or never at all. But the entire premise is on selling peace of mind so that when that day comes, you don't lose your hamburger, everything in your refrigerator stays cold, and everything that's important to you stays where it's supposed to be. That your heat stays on, your family stays warm. That peace of mind is how generators are sold. But what about life? Where does peace of mind come into play in life? Well, I think as we dive into different topics, as we go into this journey to wrangle in our mind, when we really want like this peace inside and we're like, man, I just want peace of mind that everything's going to be okay. These types of things and these places where we use that language is kind of describing like, I just want peace of mind that this chaos is going to be gone. Well, on Instagram over the weekend, I heard this brilliant reframe, and I feel like I've heard it before, but this one really sunk in when I heard it, that what we really want is not peace of mind. We want peace from mind. I'll say that again for the people in the back. We don't really want peace of mind. We want peace from mind. Now, mind is a particular descriptive term described in you in itself, that you have your heart, you have your consciousness, and then you have your mind. Your mind is where the voice inside your head comes from. Your mind is that place where you cultivate all these fears, insecurities, anxieties, memories. That is mind. We want peace from mind because it never shuts up. It's always reminding me that something is wrong. It's always finding some flaw in something that should be okay, but it's not. And reality is, you just want peace from that. So don't think of peace of mind. Think peace from mind. Now let's unwrap this a little bit more. Peace from mind. When we say that in that way, what we're trying to do is that we want this ability to put some space between us and mind. That your consciousness has this air gap that prevents those thoughts from pulling your consciousness into a story that's not true, to highlighting some fear that's irrational. Because when we say peace of mind, what we're really saying there is our mind is brilliant at coming up with fears. We want the peace of mind that my mind isn't wrapped up in those fears. I'm not worried about my vacation home in Florida that has a generator on it now because I know that everything in that house is going to be protected when the hurricane comes because it runs on propane, and propane doesn't get shut off during a power failure. That idea, peace of mind, is how can we silence the fear mechanism inside our head so we don't worry so much. By the way, I do not have a second house in Florida, just in case anybody's wondering. I am not that famous yet. But the idea of peace from mind, reframe that next time you hear your thoughts thinking peace of mind, think what we really need is peace from mind. That the search to create peace is not something that just miraculously happens. It happens by creating a conscious air gap between your consciousness and your mind and your thoughts. That you can go into this mode where you are in a movie theater, no longer acting in the movie, but watching it and laughing. An analogy I often use to paint this is scary movies often depict that character running upstairs, and anybody watching the movie is like, don't go upstairs, you're gonna die. But for the person that's running upstairs, that's the most logical thought that they could do. And the difference is when you're watching your life, you can make rational thoughts about irrational moments. But if you're in the movie, you really can't tell the difference. Because in the moment, your mind is in this mechanism of survival. and your mind is trying to figure things out, you fear all these primal old caveman tools to solve the problems that are in front of you, when reality is that's not what you need to solve. To be able to solve, to get to that peace, is to create that, like, my mind is different than me. I am actually not my mind. I am not my thoughts. And using this framework to get better. That is all I have for you today, and we'll be back again tomorrow, and I hope that you can find some peace from mind today.